Yes, welcome back to the Sports Show. Now, I know we had to let Bevo go because we ran out of time, but I didn't get your feel on what you thought about the possible 4-year suspension.
Of?
The swimmer, drugs, deserving or not deserving? Is 4 too long a sentence? Now, the Chinese swimmer, he got 3 months. Different drug, but 3 months. So I guess it's a two-part question.
I'm a life man.
Are all drugs the same?
Yeah. If you're performance enhancing, I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's get out of the sport.
Right. One strike and you're out?
Yeah, done.
One strike and you're out.
I mean, I think that goes for all sports.
Okay.
And I know that sounds really harsh.
Yeah, I got no problem convincing me.
You know, if you're an 18-year-old, you still come back at 22.
Yeah.
And do it again.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, you know, it's a tough one.
So you could go with, or maybe there is an age limit on it. Perhaps maybe you say, look, up to 22, let's pick 22 as the age. You go, you're allowed one mistake.
Yeah.
But you make another one after that, gone. Because
Gone.
we've all done silly things when we're younger. So sometimes you go, okay, and maybe you have to allow that for that.
Yeah.
So they get a 2-strike rule under 22. But if you have got no strikes under 22 and you do it at 23, well, then you're out the door.
Yeah.
So
I just feel for people, mate, like you know your Raylene Boyles.
Oh.
And there'd be other swimmers from other countries who, or not just necessarily swimmers, runners, jumpers. You know,
it's a really tough one, isn't it? Because
very tough.
Personally, I think there's no excuse for getting caught, and at elite there isn't, because they're so well educated in not to put something in your mouth until the doctor says so.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, if I'm the father of the girl that's got caught, and I'm going, gee whiz, you know, my heart's going out to him and mum, and so I have some empathy for them. But again, I go, well, it's out of their control.
That's right.
But the massive amount of media that's around it at the moment, you go, I'm really sorry, you did it, you're guilty. Unless you can prove that it was spiked, or, but if you took it, I just don't think you can plead ignorance at that level. I just don't think you can't.
No, there's no excuse, because it's such a, you know, everybody knows about it. Everyone's onto it. Everyone, you know, every team that goes away.
So well educated
First
about
thing
that.
they're told is, hey, if you go and buy a supplement, you make sure you bring it back, give it to the doc.
We'll test
doc
it.
will check it out. It'll come back to you. Bang, away you go.
Yeah.
Now, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
I remember having this conversation with Warren Treadray once, and this is when he hurt his knee, and the guy had said to him at the gym where he was working out, mate, I've got this stuff. If you take this, your knee will be fantastic in a moment. And Treader said he thought about it for a minute, and then he said, well, give it to me, and I'll take it to the doc and let him have a look at it. And if he says that's within the rules, then we're okay. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. So, right. All right, big weekend when we're talking about running out of excuses, running out of stories. The Crows up against St Kilda, Adelaide Oval.
Well, you would pencil this in at the start of the year, wouldn't you?
Yep.
You would pencil in and say, well, that's a win.
Yep.
Just like you would have with Carlton last week.
Yep.
Pencil those two in as wins.
At the start of the year, but it's changed a little bit now.
Yeah, well, that's right. St Kilda had a terrific win on the weekend. They're playing good footy.
Yep.
There's still a chance. So who knows, mate?
So let me ask you this then: if they were to lose, if the Crows were to lose, does Pike get lynched?
All hell would break loose.
Yeah, I can't believe we have that mentality
hell
still.
Would break loose.
Yeah,
because
it's amazing, isn't
they
it?
Finished last year. They finished out of the 8 last year.
Yeah.
After a grand final in 2017, punters get a little bit, you know, how do you do? Hang on, well, what's going on? Because it's virtually the same team.
Yeah.
What's going on? Oh, there's got to be an issue somewhere. You know, they're even going back to that.
It's never going to be one singular thing.
No.
It's never going to be.
No, there's a combination of things. Like I've said before, and I think I've said it most of the year, I just think Adelaide lacks speed, outside speed. And I think the punters are very, very angry with Adelaide because of the ease in which Cameron and McGovern walked out of the club. Like the ease in which they did. There didn't appear to be a fight from Adelaide to say, no, we're not going to let you go. Well, Charlie Cameron was a really big loss.
Charlie, and I reckon they tried to hold on to Charlie, but he wanted to go home. He wanted to go home.
You've got to fight out.
And you know what it's like. There's some, and there are different players. Different players can play even when they're not happy. If
he wants to go home, but he's still at Geelong.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
There's an issue there with it appears how it was easy.
Yeah.
McGovern just signed a contract.
So then, then we need to look at the player management. We need to get off Pike and start looking at other people. That's what I'm saying. We tend to focus on the wrong thing sometimes.
Everybody does. I've got no issue with Pike. You know, no issue.
Well, he's in the grand final 2 years ago.
They need to address, and quickly, and I think they can't do it this year, is that.
All right, who
outside
wins?
speed.
Quick, who wins?
No, Adelaide will be second.
All right,
Yeah.
Port Essendon, who wins? Tough. Essendon
tough.
playing. They're both playing the same sort of footy, up and down, up and down. So
no, but if you go look at Port Adelaide's record against Essendon at Marvel,
not good.
you couldn't pick Port.
All right, well,
But I will.
as is pick Port Adelaide. Just wanted to get some clarity on that before I finally blurted that out. And Baz has gone with Port Adelaide. Okay, hope you've enjoyed the show, everybody. We'll look forward to your company next week. Bye for now.